A story that caught our attention. So the story of a police officer is about police brutality. I think it happened in Kogi. Nima, give us a summary of what happened, and then we'll take it from there.
Police personnel attached to the Adogo division on patrol duty on the Adogo Kene Road reportedly extorted 25,000 naira from a passenger and also brutally assaulted a young man on the same bus. And this video trended because fortunately on the team, one of the officers, all the others didn't have their name, but this particular one had his name and the video carried it. So now the IG has acted.
I know Frank Mba has given a press statement on this, saying that it's been investigated. But it was important for us to discuss it because obviously the anniversary of NSAS is on Wednesday, and the issue of police brutality is still front burner, and it's something that we continue to talk about. So this man saw a laptop, assumed automatically that, you are that Yahoo. And he's like, I'm a student. I use it for my assignments. And he refused to listen to the police officer and then walked the young man to the ATM to withdraw 25,000 naira. So that in itself, obviously, is a crime. So the point is that who is now checking the police?
I wish when we talk about this topic, we're talking about improvements that we have seen. But the truth is that we can't. We're not there yet. It's as if the Nigerian police is not prepared or is not ready to do the work that it needs to do to better carry out its responsibilities. So nobody is asking that the police be phased out or cancelled. We're saying that there has to be a better way for you to enforce the law. There has to be a better way for you in order to protect the innocent, to catch criminal whilst protecting the innocent. It's important that we need to start looking at the training of police officers. We have to start looking at the prosecution and punishment of erring police officers.
It was anniversary of NSAS. It was NSAS, because people felt like, okay, SARS was like this team that is brutalizing people. But it was just like, it was an arm of a body that has a lot of rots within it. Because now, this person that created that attack, this person that extorted a young Nigerian, is not of the SARS unit. They disbanded that unit. It is about the corruption within the system that has not been decisively dealt with. And whenever people raise that issue, they will look at it like, oh, police officers are also being brutalized. People are attacking police officers. But the extortion within the extortion by police officers, brutalization by police officers is still ongoing and hasn't been decisively dealt with. So leadership of the police, the Nigerian police force, the leadership of the police should stop playing lip service to dealing with this issue, because while some of them genuinely want this country to get better, many things are not being done properly from the root of the issue, from the funding of the police officers, from the payments they receive, from the compensation plan that goes to them. And then when you've already done your own path, and then you've already built that spirit of trust in the system, then we can hold people like this. Thank God there was a video, and that we can prove that this was not just one person saying, another person saying something. This was a real life video. That person, somebody could have died, and then will now say...
Even YK sent a message that saying that, that someone she knows on Wednesday was asked, I think she asked the person to deliver phones for her. Police arrested this person and his assistant, and they asked the assistant to go and bring 12 million naira.
What?
Yeah. Finally, after back and forth, they paid 200,000 naira. This was just a few days ago. Now, for someone like a YK, she's like, so where are the rights? How do I know my rights, number one? So is it illegal to carry phones? I mean, she's saying that went to go and help me to deliver phones. So maybe they were suspicious of, maybe they were stolen. So, okay, they were suspicious
and
that...
bribery is the right way to go.
12 million naira for what?
I don't know. So how do you determine the value of what's been stolen and then determine 12 million? How do you come about 12 million naira? So the point is that
there are so many
these are some of the issues that...
Why would a policeman follow someone to the ATM and collect money? Like, why? That is in all shades wrong, and it happens every day in this country. Several social media posts, and they'll say, oh, it's not officially reported, so they cannot capture it. The point is, who would have the liver to walk to the position and say that a policeman extorted me of so amount of money? Your colleague. They wouldn't see the light of this.
About liver, who has liver not to follow the police station, not to create it? Because you might get shot.
Yes.
So you don't have the liver to say no.
Very bad. There's an unwillingness on the part of government to do anything serious about this because they themselves have failed. At the core of this very problem is the welfare of police officers.
Exactly.
It was either intentionally done in the beginning and then intentionally perpetrated and continued for this long, so that, you know, you have a police that you can use when you want to, and when you don't want to, you then start to shout police brutality. Everybody in government, senators, all of them have police protecting them. At one point or the other, you use your police. You have a police officer protecting a senator while he was assaulting a young girl, standing there helpless when the act says that you can arrest a person at the scene of a crime. That you see yourself, but because we've watered their powers down.
Nima, I understand what the point that you have just made, and it's important to also bring that to the fore, the lack of funding or proper funding of the police. But I don't want us to have this conversation almost as if that there's justified brutality. Yes. So my thing is, the problem that the police is going through because of government inefficiencies affecting all Nigerians.
And we haven't all become robots.
You know, doctors, nurses, teachers, every one of us, we're all in this country together. So imagine going through my own that the government has refused to do or is incapable of doing, and then I come and I'm brutalized by the police because he too is going through the same problem that I'm going through. We need to put those conversations separate, and I say that because I'm talking about human beings now. Like, I'm talking to your sense of, I'm appealing to your sense of humanity. That's just another Nigerian like you.
Yes. So we, the people of Nigeria, like Mariah said, we should all, this is how we should address ourselves. Yes. We, the people of Nigeria, we all have grouse with the government on how things are being managed, and we shouldn't be the ones to hurt ourselves more. I know that there is a crisis within this country that everybody is feeling. You know, there's a trauma that everybody has gone through. We all go through the same challenges, and we mustn't impose more damage to each other.